it's time to take your energy back and remind yourself of your worth and not settle for less than what you know you deserve. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Swan, and if you like this video, like and comment and subscribe. You want someone who makes you love yourself more and makes you realize all your potential and motivates you and makes you want to grow, not someone who makes you question yourself, your motives, your value, and your worth. And if they're not doing that, you need to center towards yourself more and work on yourself, and then see if you still value them as much or if they were just filling a blank or filling a void. And you need to question if you're staying with them because you're scared of being alone, because if that's the case, then that doesn't sound like a good reason to stay with someone, honestly, because relationships are supposed to make you grow. Okay, if you are obsessed with them and if you can't stop thinking about them, it's time to center yourself back into your life. You are the center, you are the main character. You're not supposed to be a side character in your own life. You need to stop thinking all the time about him and obsessing over him all the time and asking yourself what he's doing, who he's talking to. Like, whoa, take a step back. It doesn't matter. First off, what matters is what you do. You can't control others. The only thing you can control is yourself and your reaction towards things. So he's gonna do whatever he wants to do, and you need to focus on yourself and ask yourself, how are you feeling about this situation? How am I feeling? How does he make you feel? What do I want to do? What makes me feel good? Think of yourself and ask yourself how you can become a better version of you, not only for yourself but also for your partner, because when you're better, you can be better for them also. Another thing is, don't overthink every single thing that this person has said to you ever. There's no point in overthinking what's already happened, first off, and it also blurs the big picture. If he says this one small little kind thing, but overall he's always making you feel bad about yourself, then that small thing that was so kind, like, you need to stop reminding yourself of that one thing he did and see things as they really are. You need to see them for what they do and not who you think they are and who you expect them to be. You need to see the reality for what it is and see him for who he really is and accept him for who he really is, but also place him where he needs to be. If he acts like trash, then put him in the trash can, okay? You need to force yourself to stay in a routine that makes you feel good, and force yourself to stay in your habits that you want to do and not give everything up for one person, because you need to keep your individuality. Stay who you are. Don't change for someone else. Improve, grow, but don't change for someone else. Change for yourself. Stay true to who you are. Don't change into someone he wants you to be, he or she, whoever. And you need to force yourself to stay in your habits, because you need to reprogram your brain to think of yourself first and to put yourself first. Obviously, it's important to do selfless things, but in general, you need to think of yourself, because no one is going to think of you. Everyone thinks for themselves, and you are the only person who's always going to be there for you. So you need to love yourself first and love yourself no matter what, and always be there for yourself. Remind yourself of your worth and what you're looking for also. It's very important, because sometimes you get carried away by your emotions and you forget what you're looking for, and this person who you thought they're not that in reality, but you forget that and you just stay latched onto the expectations, but the expectations don't match. So you need to let go of that person so you can make space for what you really want and grow from this past experience. Also, you need to focus on the lesson that comes with everything and move past it, and not only focus on the past, because the past doesn't matter. What matters is what you do moving forward and what you do with this lesson. I'm not saying like forget everything that happened. Obviously, you need to take the best from this situation so you can move forward. And you know, sometimes you get really sad because it feels, obviously, breakups and everything, when something doesn't match your expectations, it's sad. But you need to think of everything that this experience opens up for you, and every opportunity that's gonna open up, because you're becoming a new person and a better version of you, because you're learning from these experiences and not only suffering and wallowing in self-pity, because that's not what we do. We move forward and we become stronger. You know, you need to become stronger and make this experience into a positive one, instead of feeling like you're getting out of this in a state of lack. You need to feel better and empowered and take back control. It's important to remind yourself of your worth, because you need to always be able to step out of a situation if it's not up to your standards. You need to know that you're gonna be okay, and you're gonna come out stronger and better, and that what's coming towards you is going to be better, and that you're going to be okay, and you're going to grow, and you're going to feel even better, and the things that are coming towards you are amazing, and you need to trust that, instead of staying in your comfort and suffering because you're just scared that you're not going to be okay. Because think of everything that made you suffer in the past. You always come out better because of it. Stop obsessing over him. He doesn't care. Even if he does, it doesn't matter, because the only thing that matters is you and how he makes you feel. And if he doesn't make you feel good, why are you there? Why are you staying? It's okay to give second chances, but at one point you're just letting the person step on you, and you're disrespecting yourself by it, and you're disrespecting the most important relationship in your life, which is the relationship you have with yourself. And what's important is not what you say you do, it's what you do. So you need to prove to yourself that you are the person you say by your actions, not by your words. Words don't matter. You can lie all you want, but it's gonna show through your actions. So you need to show yourself. You need to prove to yourself that you are who you say you are. You need to maintain the trust that you have with yourself. That's what's important. Instead of thinking of ways you can text him, see him again, and obsessing over it, you need to put this energy into yourself and ask yourself, how can I make myself feel better? What makes me happy? What brings me joy? What makes me feel grounded? See your friends, go out, go into nature, take a walk, do anything except think of him. And if you do think of him, which obviously it's normal, it's your thoughts, but you need to program your brain to stop bringing you these thoughts, because I don't want to hear that again. Like, it's okay. I don't want to make myself suffer more. So go away. Just think of something else. Think of a happy memory that makes you feel good and makes you feel joy and gratefulness and positive. Shift your mindset to a mindset of gratitude, so that you're in a state of abundance and not in a state of lack, because it just makes you feel so much more empowered and in control and hopeful for the future, instead of sad about the past, which is also okay. Obviously, you need to accept every emotion that comes, but you don't need to make yourself suffer more than you need to, you know. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is self-inflicted. So you need to separate the two and know when to stop making yourself suffer more, because suffering can be avoided. So why would you choose to suffer when you can feel grateful for everything that's happened to you? And you need to be patient with yourself and remind yourself that it's not gonna happen overnight. Maybe it will. If it is, then good for you. But it's gonna be high and low, and you just need to stay there for yourself and be patient and be kind, and just stay in your routine again and do things that make you feel good, even though you don't want to. Just to remind yourself that you're gonna feel better afterwards. And sometimes you're gonna have bad days, and that's okay. That's normal, but it's gonna pass. Everything passes, and that's so relieving and beautiful. And you need to try to let go of expectations and not take things personally, because people make decisions for themselves most of the time, and it's not personal. It's just because of their conditioning, and maybe they're just not looking for what you are right now, and that's fine. You're just not meant for each other, and that's okay. You can find someone else. You're great, you're amazing, and you're enough. Just don't settle for less, because you're preventing yourself from finding someone who will actually give you what you want. You're standing in your own way because of fear, and that's normal, but you need to realize that, and you need to see yourself for who you really are, because you're amazing. And if the person you're with doesn't make you feel that way, then they're not the right person for you.